Oh, we are live and in color.
Well, we're
Welcome,
live. I don't know about color, but yeah.
welcome to the Marvelous Duo. This is the originator, Captain Drew. I'm your guest, Batman. Um, um, against better judgment,
Better judgment.
against better judgment. I think you need to put on spoilers.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, hang on a second. Oh,
Hmm.
where'd you go?
Yeah, you erased me.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, where'd you go? I don't know where you went.
You erased me.
Oh man, I don't know how to do this. Okay, hang on a second. Do not that you need you or anything, cause.
Mm,
Okay, everybody, there's gonna be spoilers on this, so we're gonna put up that spoiler warning anytime now. This is
how
why,
in the world did you?
because my mouse somehow grew legs and walked away. So I'm using what I can to move things. So
Wow.
spoiler alert.
Mm.
This is not going to be good.
Well, where are you now?
That's a good question. Hang on. Exit solo layout. Here we go.
All right. Okay. So he wants
Okay,
Captain
okay.
Drew.
Wait. I think I should talk this because I'm the more
It's your
handsome of us,
show.
two of us. I'm the handsomest one of the two of us. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today.
He's not that handsome. He looks like a gray old
You
man.
ready? You
Mm.
ready? I mean, you finished talking because I don't want to interrupt. Today, ladies and gentlemen, was the first time we've done this, wasn't it? Today, ladies and gentlemen, we both saw The Flash in two different states and two different theaters at the exact same time. You saw yours was showing at what time?
I saw man at 1 o'clock, sir.
Oh, I saw mine at 1 o'clock too. Did you see yours in IMAX?
Regal Theater. It was fun.
I was in Regal Theater too.
Hmm.
Oh my goodness, look at that. Well, I didn't want the 4D. That I don't want them spitting on me again. But I saw we saw it in IMAX, so we got a nice loud theater. But it was good. Um, we'll save our ratings for the very end of it. I can tell you that it was pretty decent. It was better than I thought it was. It was a long movie, very long movie. What can I say? What can I say? Um, I think as crazy as Ezra Miller is, he was perfect for this role. I think it was good. I think it was good. I'm quite sure we'll go back and forth on this for a while because, as you know, this guy over here, he doesn't like movies that aren't violent, which is strange because this movie was violent from the beginning. I don't understand why he wouldn't like it, but let's go and see his point of view. Before I don't want to speak for him. Let's go and see his point of view. Sir, you're on the mic.
Thank you. So I saw the Flash today.
Okay, thank you for calling. Anyway, so
I expected
mm,
the movie to be good. And before I go to the movies, ladies and gentlemen, my niece and nephew, Aiden, who's a big Flash fan, and Isabella Gandalf, my
give me
niece.
no real name, just first names only. Thank you.
Okay, but Isabella G, the one up here. Aiden texts me, and I am not joking. paraphrasing, the movie sucks. And I'm like,
what did Isabella say?
huh?
What did
Isabella
say?
said literally they should have walked out.
Oh God, they inherited your evilness.
So anyway, so I'm texting Aiden, and I'm like, "Are you serious?" Because I said it looks good, and he was like, "Nope, it sucks." This isn't. I wish I could show you on my phone, people. It was because I was disappointed. I tell my wife that night. My wife goes, "No, we should still see it because everybody has different tastes. We should give it a try." Okay, so now I'm back to hyped up, and I'm like, I'm seeing the preview, and I can't look at the other previews or spoilers because why, people? Because he told me not to. He made me give my word that I wouldn't see spoilers the day before the movie. I wish I didn't listen to him because you want to know why, people? I would have canceled my tickets. I would have waited for it to come on HBO, Apple, Stars, whatever. So, anywho, went to the movies, and in the beginning of the movies, I'm like, okay, this is good. I'm like, yeah, let's go. And in the beginning, people, I'm telling you, it was good, and then it wasn't. To the point that my wife went to sleep. I woke her up and told her, "You're gonna watch this with me, okay?" Call call my niece Isabella G. She told me the movie sucked, and she said her and Aiden, her brother, should have walked out. That's how she said, and I quote, "It is the worst movie she has ever seen." Unquote. Now it's not bad, but I'll put it to you this way. I would watch it over Ant-Man Wasp Quantumania. I would watch it over that. I know a lot of people who thought Black Adam was a bad movie. I thought Black Adam was a great movie, but I wouldn't watch it over that. Let me see. I would watch it over that new Avatar movie, The Way of the Water, and all that good stuff. I mean, now let me tell you something. Michael Keaton is badass in this movie. Michael Keaton's badass in this movie. As Batman, badass, no joke. I loved him in this movie. It just the movie. I mean, it explains the movie. It explains it where you can follow it. You don't need like a PhD to follow the movie. It just, the Ezra, I think that's his name.
Ezra.
Yeah, I think he did a good job. It's just, would I watch it again as long as it's on TV and I didn't have to pay? But I mean, it's a decent movie. If it was a rainy day and there was nothing else on TV to watch, I would watch it. If we're at a party and a whole bunch of people were drunk and high, and there was nothing else on, I watch it. I will say this. Even after The Flash knew about changing time, he does it in the end. He went through all this stuff. Now, people, I need for you to understand this. Flash is supposed to be one of the smartest members of the Justice League. I mean, he is supposed to be thinking faster than Superman, um, the Superman and Batman, but it's just really Batman smarter. I think that's just literally his superpower. He's just one of the greatest tacticians besides Nightwing. I'm actually leaning more towards Nightwing because I love Nightwing. But he's supposed to think really, really fast. And it's like he did not learn a lesson at all. Towards the end, he still changed time. It was just dumb towards the end. Although stand by for the credit, because the Aquaman bit was a little funny. And those are my thoughts. It was I think that's what pissed me off more than anything. Batman warned him. He did it anyway.
But that's the whole point of the movie. You still didn't get the point of the movie. Of course, he was still going to do it because he thought he could do it. And it took him to see himself realize he couldn't do it.
Yes, but after everything was said and done, he put the spaghetti sauce back. What does he do towards the end? His father can be cleared. He puts all the spaghetti on the top. You gotta watch the movie to understand. He puts all the spaghetti on the top shelf so the camera can see his father. He changed time again. Bruce told him,
yes, but
change a.
But look at it. But you are not understanding.
Can I hear you?
I think he felt that he had one or the other, and the father was still there. To him, the father was still there. He just was in jail. So he had to think of.
Anyway, while he's working on his technical difficulties, I'm letting you know right now, he sat there and did it again after all this stuff that he went through. World destroyed, his other self destroyed.
Yeah, but you're looking at it from a point of that. You're totally right. He didn't want to lose both parents, and the father was still around. So he thought, or he felt, why can't he still have the father? Do I agree with it? Obviously, I don't agree with it because it still changed stuff. Does he go back and change it? I don't know.
It did change. George Clooney is now Batman.
Listen to me. Does he go back and change it again? I don't know. The point is simply that he understood that the mother's death was a huge point in time turnover, whatever they called it, and it had to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It had to happen to create him. The minute that thing came out and attacked him the first time, I knew it was him.
So did I.
So, and the reason why is because you see the number of times he went to try to change what happened before, and he look how bad it got, and that's because that one realized the reason why he came back because the mother died. So he's trying to save the mother as well, but he tried to tell him, listen, you can't. She's not the one to save. So that's why I think he tried to save the father some other way. Now, in his mind, it's just one thing. And obviously that created a whole backlash to something else.
Warned him.
Yes, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen that way.
Yes.
I've told you to do stuff. You did it anyway, and it still happened.
So, did it change the future? Does it change future now?
If you can go and change the future, then I guess I really need to tell you no. But beside the point. Now, one thing that DC has, well, I can't say DC has. I can say DC does. They do very well with the parent-kid relationship. Batman and his father, and they do very well at getting the actors to literally just come together. You felt that the mother loved him. You felt that he adored his mother, and you saw the family. See, don't roll your eyes, because you know it was there. When she said, "I forgot the sauce," I knew something was up with the sauce. I knew it, because the way she said it was like, "Oh, I forgot." She forgot because she was talking to the other guy.
The movie doesn't even explain how the mother died.
It doesn't need to. It
Yes,
doesn't
it
need to. No, it doesn't.
Yes,
You know, no. That's the same thing. That's the same thing with Spider-Man. You don't need to see Uncle Ben die again.
How
You
did
know,
who killed the mother?
You
Did
don't
she
need
trip
to. You don't
and
need
the
to
knife
see
went
that.
up in the air and doink, hit her in the chest?
No, it didn't do that. You never saw it.
No,
You never saw it.
It never explained.
It doesn't
why.
need to explain.
He
Obviously,
doesn't.
someone thought no one was home, and they came to rob the house, and she got in the way of it.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, because you heard the thug, and you heard the thug rumble.
Okay, then
so
explain how Supergirl knows English, raised in Russia.
Because if you remember Krypton, they were researching Earth, and they've been to Earth, so they already know the languages.
So if I did not know that, if I wasn't if I wasn't into comic books,
you don't have to be in the comic books. They said this in the Man of Steel. They said that they've been there for.
Now, how many times they gonna sit there and say that in a Flash movie?
As many times as they need to.
She spoke perfect English, and she's been locked up in Red Sun
because they researched that planet. They said Jor-El said that. They sent they know exactly where he was going. He wasn't sent to Earth by accident.
This is the Flash. It's not Man of Steel. And how long is?
But it is Man of Steel the minute you bring Kara into it.
Okay. All right. Well,
you're trying to put logic on a fantasy. You can't do that.
They killed Kal-El too, big time, and the way they killed him. Let me tell you something, people. That was actually kind of. I was like, well, damn.
I didn't.
That's a cold son of a bitch.
I didn't think
that's a cold son of a gun the way they killed him.
They
killed him as an infant too.
Yes, and then killed her. Sorry, spoilers.
Over and over
again. Yeah. and it's like they didn't take advantage of the Kryptonian weapons, which they should have to kill them, but they didn't. But I think that was on purpose because that drove Barry 2 over the edge, and it was I like the fact that Bruce Wayne came out of the closet and was beating everybody up. That was pretty funny.
No, well, he was beating only one of the Flashes up.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah,
that was definitely funny. Now, do you think that lightning bolt was him, or do you think that they're not going to go that route?
The lightning bolt. I knew he lost his powers as soon as it went through both of them. I was like, oh.
I thought they were going to share it, and he wouldn't be as strong. But
no, I literally automatically knew. I was like, this is predictable, and I did just like this. I said, this is predictable.
But you know that because you know the comics. You know how it works.
Mm-hmm. I said Flash 2 gonna have the powers. I said, and here we go. Although I thought the ring with the Flash suit, thought that was tight. Thought that was so tight.
Bruce gave him that.
Yeah, I know. But Batman doesn't have that coming out of the ring.
No, Batman's not that fast. He can't put it on that fast. Ira West. Okay. Do you remember the spoiler they had for that movie when he was trying to apply for a dog sitting thing or whatever?
Yes, I remember.
And her car crashed. She says she saw him.
Yeah.
She's like, I've seen you somewhere before. Yeah, I just saved your ass.
Yeah.
So I like to see that. I like that fact that they continue that. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about those two because I'm not sure.
Put it this way, and I'm gonna be real. I know racist son of a guns are not gonna like Iris West.
They don't like her on the TV show. and it's worse than a TV show.
Yeah,
they literally hounded her. And she's like, "I'm out of here."
He was for what almost a decade. This woman is still getting death threats.
That's one of the reasons why they quit. They ended the show because these people were just hounding her. Like, it's a show, and if you don't like it, don't watch it.
No. So
why?
So when I found out she was Blick in the movie, I said, "Here we go."
She's cute.
Yes.
I just don't. I guess maybe some stuff's on the cutting room floor with her, but I didn't trust her when I felt like she was a reporter. I didn't trust her.
Well, he did leave her in his apartment.
No, I trust. I mean, I trust she wasn't anything, but I trusting her. What is her job in the comics? I don't know what her job in the comics was.
She was a reporter.
She was a reporter. So every girl's girlfriend's a reporter.
Literally like Lois Lane, but because in the comic books, people, she was a reporter and all this good stuff, but after she had Flash babies, she was a stay-at-home mom. Helping raise Flash. She went back to reporting, raised the Flash babies, went back to reporting because Barry Allen's children have powers and they're all super speed. Matter of fact, I think his daughter is faster than him in some bursts. That's faster than him.
Mm-hmm.
The Kid Flash, I would say the new Kid Flash. Well, I could say new Kid Flash. He was black, which I'm sure a lot of people didn't like. He's fast too, but the best Flash, the best Flash is not Barry Allen. The best Flash is Wally West. He is the fastest. He has done more things with his power than Barry Allen ever did. Flash is considered one of the strongest superheroes, period. Batman categorizes the heroes as this. There's Flash, then Superman, then Wonder Woman.
Hold on. You still there?
Flash can think in a blink of an eye, and he can think it and do it within seconds. Well, it might change now because of John Kent. Because John Kent, the son of Superman, he's just as fast as Wally West. Not faster, but I mean they can do stuff in nanoseconds. And and be done. So yeah, I mean it's the movie was decent.
Okay, I can take decent.
Yeah, it was decent. It does explain the time travel and all that good stuff. Matter of fact,
is that Flashpoint?
Yeah, it does. Matter of fact, literally, that's what I thought. That's why I was looking forward to this, because in Flashpoint, let me tell you something. That's one of the best Flash books out there. Is Flashpoint. If you ever even the cartoon Flashpoint, it is one of the best Flash series, period. Oh my God, and I'm not a big Flash fan, but Flashpoint was tight. Flashpoint was tight. You hear me? Man, I mean, he changed everything from Superman, Wonder Woman, Arthur. I mean, Flashpoint was so awesome. So awesome. Literally, Batman helps him get back to where he needs to be, but it was Batman's father who was Batman, because Bruce got killed. Bruce's mother went insane and became Let me tell you something, people. If you have not read Flashpoint, that's what I thought this was going to be. That's why I got excited. I'm like, man.
Well, they can't go into other heroes, but they're trying to stay with Flash. But I understand your
yeah, Flashpoint people. If you ever read one comic book of the Flash, Flashpoint is it. It is. Now I advise you, there's a lot of killing. There is a lot of killing. There's a lot of fighting. Man, it is a lot of mayhem. It is a different world. I mean, woo. It is. His world.
Where you come from.
Oh man. This world is rugged.
Okay.
Actually, I thought that's what this was going to be. I was like, man, if this movie is what it is in the comic book, holy man, this is going to be some. If they would have at least stayed with the comic book, I guarantee you, Flash would have cleaned house. It would have cleaned.
And that brings me to another question. How many people were in your theater?
Maybe 15.
And was your theater a large theater or a small theater?
No, mine's large.
Now, does that normally happen at a 1:00 showing?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to say that this movie was pretty much average for a movie?
Yeah, because let me tell you something. Ant-Man Wasp Quantumania, the theater was packed.
Yeah, mine was packed too, but we went at night. So
no, we went.
This is the first time we went during 1:00. I mean, usually we go like 3 or 4 or 5, but
Quantumania, the movie theater was packed.
Yeah, but today I had a. Hang on a second.
I mean, you would have thought that, but you would have thought it was Endgame. Endgame, oh my! The most I've ever seen Regal movie theater was packed was Captain America: Civil War, Infinity War, and I mean the lines were out the door. That's how packed. Oh, and Black Panther. Oh my God.
Yeah, I had to. I had
many black people in my life.
I had another mission to do later today, so I had to go first to see the movie and then go to this mission, which I did. As you can see, it's successful. I wanted to show him.
It's just to rub it in, people, but I have that.
Oh, please! Also. You have like 4 copies of them.
Yeah.
Favorite part of the movie?
Oh man, the fight scenes with Batman. People, when I tell you this, Michael Keaton as Batman.
It was like seeing him all pro.
Man,
it's like seeing him all over again.
That's why I said it's decent. Because let me tell you something. Michael Keaton did his thing as Batman. Batman was
okay.
Both Batmans were badass. And Wonder Woman was in it. Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman
had a lasso.
He's over there telling right, and he's trying to hurry up and get it off. And then Barry grabs it, and now he's telling the truth.
My favorite part.
Barry just admitted that he's a virgin.
My favorite part is when the 3 of them come out of the plane and land on the ground and slide to a stop. That was sweet. That was sweet. The fighting was great.
Yeah, when he jumped out of the plane and when the plane goes around where he's seen. Oh my God! But his fighting, man, Batman's fighting, it is tight. Yeah. Even against a Kryptonian, Batman in this timeline had to be 60, 70. No, you know what? Had to be something like 70 years old, something like that.
Uh-huh.
and he took down a Kryptonian. I mean, the Kryptonian got a couple of punches, and that's probably why he died. But not before Batman beat the crap out of him with explosives and stuff like that, and got up and stood up to the Kryptonian, but he put a bomb on the Kryptonian's head.
Yeah.
And it blew up. And he stood up. I mean, he went out. Let me tell you something. Batman went out gangster.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, Batman went out gangster. That was one thing. Michael Keaton, Michael Keaton was really good in it. Ben Affleck was good in it as Batman, and both of them worked out for this part. Both of them worked out. You can tell they both worked out for this part.
Hang on 1 second. I'm sorry, wrong person. Hang on. My favorite person in the movie?
I did like her, but I didn't like what they did to her.
Isn't that heartbreaking? Over and over and over.
I mean, damn.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, really, guys? Yeah.
That was rough. That was rough.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, any way she could have died, she died.
Well, she died the same way.
No, there were different ways that she died. I mean, damn.
But she didn't have experience fighting, so that's accepted. I mean, that's understood. And plus, she's probably young. She's probably younger.
Not in her first battle. Her first battle, she was jacking people up.
Yeah, but came to the general. Hello, it's a general.
Well, no, she was jacking him up too, but I think that was to bring her in closer
to get her.
Yeah, to bring her in closer. And I was like, you heard somebody in the movies the other go, "Oh no!" I was like, Kara was beating the crap out of the general at first after he described how they killed Kal-El. They described it. He described how they killed him.
Mm-hmm.
She was beating the crap out of him. When I tell you she was beating the crap out of him, she was beating the crap out of him.
That's why I thought this movie would go a different way. But then he got a hold of her and I go, oh. Damn,
yeah, she pulled him out. She was about to hit him again.
Well, she was trying to turn off the planet thing.
Right. And then he goes,
yeah.
And you're like, and it whatever. Oh no! I started dread, thought I was evil because I just started laughing because he goes, "Oh
no!" It's funny. It's all right. It's funny.
I was like,
but yeah,
man,
I didn't think she was gonna die.
I was like,
think she was gonna. Sorry, folks. Spoiler warning. She dies in the movie. She dies in the movie. She dies over and over and over and over.
Dude, if there was a way that Kara died in this movie, she died. Horrible.
Yes, because he kept running it over and doing it over again.
Mm-hmm. But
I think it was at that point that Barry understood. Well, our Barry understood she has to go.
Mm-hmm.
And he went back and he did what he didn't do.
You're right. It was heartbreaking. And
do you think the mother recognized him?
Yes. Yes, I do.
And that's why she didn't say anything?
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't say what happened to her. He just said
I think she felt bad for him, and I really thought it was touching. I was like, okay, she is in some part inside of her, she must have known that is her son.
Yeah.
What made me mad was when we got this Wayne Tech and blah, blah, blah. And okay, I admit that, so excuse my language. I was like, shit. And people started laughing because before they even mentioned the shelf, when they got a look on his face and he's reaching for the spaghetti sauce, I'm like, shit. I was like, he did it again. I said, when is this idiot going to learn? He did it again. And what happened? George Clooney, because now Batman is much older when he comes out of the car. He is George Clooney, and he's looking at George like, he was like, are you Bruce Wayne?
Okay. Let me see if you thought the same thing that I thought. Wasn't it nice to see Christopher Reeves again?
Yes.
That's at that point I was like almost
the original Superman, Christopher Reeve.
Yes, the original one from the 1940s. Yes.
You're right.
Yes. Supergirl showed up. Yes, you're right. She showed up.
The original Supergirl.
Yes.
And remember, Nicolas Cage was supposed to be Superman.
He has been pushing for that.
But the producers and all, they wanted somebody new,
right?
Because they were going to have Nicolas Cage as Superman, but the producers and all the heads said no.
When he heard about this, he must have been flipping.
Yes,
he must have been flipping.
Yes, they had a lookalike of Henry Cavill, and people, that pissed me off.
Yeah, I know.
That pissed me off.
Listen, just put the man in. Give the man credit. Come on.
Yeah, you don't have to. Pissed me off.
He could do it for what? 20,000? Come on.
Yeah, that pissed me off solidly.
This was also back in the day. This movie was made like 3 years ago. So this may have been at a point in time when he wasn't even ready to come back.
He was not Superman when he actually quit. I mean, they could have redid this or whatever.
I would do that. I just loved it. I saw Christopher Reeves and I was like, oh my God, to see him
I think let me tell you something, people, and I'll explain this to the younger generation. You have to understand, before all this technology that we have right now,
yep.
Back in the day, when how they do the Superman shows and movies nowadays, and how it's instantaneous and what the blue screen, green screen, or whatever, it really wasn't that advanced. So when Superman came out, it was, you're like, oh my God. It was when it came out in 1979, 1980. Let me tell you something. That was the #1 movie for almost a year. That's how tight that movie was. Christopher Reeve couldn't go anywhere. He couldn't go. He's the one that all that flying, contorting his body, and those strings weren't as vast as they were, as they are now, as they were back then. So you got to remember, he's the OG of contorting his body, flying like this, or his arm. Man,
I think the two movies. I think he had 2 movies out before Supergirl came out. No,
right? He had Superman 1 and 2.
So until they got to 4. 3 was a comedic joke, but 4 it just fell apart. 4,
4.
There wasn't even a 5, and there wasn't anything. It wasn't anything.
Richard Pryor all that money.
Sure, he did. He took it.
It wasn't that good.
Nope.
It wasn't. Now,
but the black people went to see it.
Yeah, because Richard was in it.
Yeah, and it was down the toilet until '89.
You're right.
Movie.
There wasn't
any other movie.
When it first came out, and he didn't change in the telephone thing.
Well, he went to the telephone and looked at him like, oh.
Yeah, and he looked at that.
Say,
is
blood.
Say, man.
Excuse me. That was nice.
I got you, man. You got me.
Who got you? Oh, he caught her. Look, he caught. Oh, yeah, he caught her.
Mm-hmm.
The helicopter.
I mean, those were, man, those were the, and then when you think you couldn't outdo one.
2 was my favorite, man. Come
Oh
on.
my God.
2 was my favorite, bro. Come on.
You're like, I mean, you were done. I mean, I saw 2 at least 4 times. I mean, I nagged my parents. Because we went one time. Because I know I still at least saw it 4.
Yeah, that was good.
That
was really.
That was, oh my God. Superman books were off the shelf.
I want to say, hang on one second. I think that was hang on. When was Superman 178?
78, Superman 1, yeah, 70. They did it in 78. I think came
78.
out 79, 80. 79 and 80, but it was made
78 was the first one. 80 was the second one. 83 was the third one.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, let me see when Supergirl was.
Supergirl had to be in the 80s.
Supergirl was 84. Mm-hmm. So Supergirl came after the second one. Okay. And then it was quiet. There was nothing out until 89. And 89, I lost my head in 89. Because oh yeah, Michael Keaton's gonna be Batman. Mr. Mom? Bleh.
You're right. And then when you went to go see it,
yes,
you're like,
holy crap, this is it. Because also the interpretation was it was gonna be like the Batman on TV show.
Yes, but it wasn't.
No.
Yeah, because remember I was like, man, Michael Keaton, come on, dude.
Yeah,
but
Mr. Mom?
But then when they got Jack Nicholson, they got an Oscar winner. Even I knew Jack had an Oscar winner. I'm like, they got Jack Nicholson?
Uh-huh.
And before Heath Ledger, people, Jack Nicholson was the best Joker ever.
Go watch Batman 1989. Go watch it, but watch it uncut. Watch the original, everything with everything in it. Don't watch it on TV.
Superman 1 Snyder cut.
Oh no, that's 2 and it's Donner cut.
As you were, not Snyder cut, Donner cut.
Donner
cut was better. I watched the Donner cut and I'm like, damn, we would have really lost our minds if they would have stuck with the Donner cut.
If they had stuck with the Donner cut.
Yeah, if they would have stuck with the Donner cut, people would have lost their ever-loving minds on one.
Everything in the hereafter, or as it is, as you were, everything the way it is, it's still one movie that saved Marvel. What's that movie?
The one movie that saved Marvel.
That saved Marvel.
Hold on.
You can see it forming in the back of his mind.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm trying to find the best light because my light, my face. Okay, it's a little bit better.
Iron Man.
No.
What?
Blade.
Yes, you're right. Yes,
because Blade took him out of the
toilet. Blade won.
Yeah,
because they didn't even think it was going to be a hit.
Nope. That's why they put Snipes in it. They didn't
they didn't even think it was going to be a hit. People, I forgot. He is definitely right. Blade saved Marvel. They did not think it was going to be a hit at all.
Guys, go see these movies we were talking about. See the uncut, see the live version, see the version that's not on regular television, and just enjoy the beauty of the work.
You're definitely right. Blade did save Marvel. They did not. They were like, oh, please let it be. And when Blade drew in all that money, that afforded them to get the titles back from Iron Man,
right,
Captain America, because it was a hit. They didn't even expect. They made more money off Blade, and they didn't even see it coming.
No.
And then Blade, let me see.
Blade
2 made even more money. I think Blade 1 and Blade 3 with Ryan Reynolds. Oh my God, man. That was funny and good all at the same time.
Blade was 1998.
You're right.
The Half Empire, blah blah blah. Yeah, cast, blah 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 blah. Let me see if I can find the money out of here. It's rated 7.1 in IMDb. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Okay, where's the money part? Show me the money. Okay, here we go. The budget for it was $45 million.
Mm-hmm.
Opening weekend was $17 million.
Mm-hmm.
Gross in the U.S. was $70 million. Worldwide gross, $131 million. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you do it.
But see, this is what Marvel's gotten spoiled of. They look at something if Marvel only makes, and I quote, only 100 million or 200 million over the weekend. It was like they only make, gosh, guys, we only made 200 million. Damn.
It's a failure. It's a failure.
It's a failure, guys. It's a failure. We only made 200 million.
So check this out. This is in $1978, right? Superman budget was $55 million, which was huge for them, right?
Back then, yes.
Yes. Opening weekend, $7.4 million. Gross US, $134 million.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Gross worldwide, $300 million.
Yes, that didn't. The OG, I mean, Christopher Reeve got in shape for that, people. He got in phenomenal shape. He had it, the person, he had to work out. I mean, you look at what Arnold and all that good stuff. Christopher Reeve had to work out for that. No, it was, I mean, it was just amazing. Mm-hmm. So
it's these movies are fun, guys. We make fun of everything and we pick things apart and we pick each other apart but when we sit down and watch these things, there is a camaraderie that I can't explain to you. That's my brother over there. And we sit down, and my other brother who's in the middle of Japan, we went to see these movies, and we just sat down. And you gotta understand.
To see the three of us on FaceTime. We're just going back and forth, and forth.
And I'm quite sure there's other people out there who collect comics think the same exact way. This is our dream come true. We have been praying to see these movies and for them to look good and to make sense and not see the wires hanging off someone's head and not see the blue flash back and forth.
I can still remember when the first Avengers movie came out. Drew flew up here. Stay with me and Mike. We abandoned our wives. God, I think we still making up for that one.
Nope. I'm done making up. I'm done making up.
I mean, we saw that movie 3 times. We took ourselves to lunch, and we went to the comic store.
Budget, Avengers, $220 million. Opening weekend, and this is where my money went, $207 million. So in the first weekend, it made 90% of its budget back.
Mm-hmm.
Gross, US gross, $623 million. Worldwide, $1.5 billion. And this is, I'm sorry, one more. I gotta do one more. I'm sorry, because this goes back to proving a point. Give me 1 second, because I am totally flabbergasted with these people. It blows my mind. And I always will talk about this until the cows come home. I'm gonna read you some statistics. Huh?
You talk about the critics.
I'm gonna read you some statistics, okay? Some dollar monies.
Okay.
Everyone realizes that these movies make these production companies make these movies to do what? Make money. Okay. Budget for this movie was $160 million. Opening weekend for this movie, $153 million. So it was literally 90 97% of his money it made back. Gross, U.S. gross, $426 million.
Jesus.
Worldwide gross, $1.1 billion.
He's getting ready to come after you, Scorsese.
And tell me what movie that was. I'll wait.
Black Panther?
I can't wait no more. Captain Marvel.
Oh, okay.
So you cannot tell me that the movie was not good because not everybody goes in the same day.
You're talking about Scorsese because I think
I'm talking about these morons who think these movies aren't any good.
Right.
I'm talking about these morons who are chasing all over.
Chris Hemsworth was irritated that Scorsese criticized it, and the guy and the director that did Kill Bill, he criticized.
Tarantino? I know why they criticize because they didn't get invited to come do one. You can't tell me Scorsese doing Godfather that he didn't get someone on his behind, and then he probably said, "Oh no, we shouldn't make any more." Yeah, really? He said that?
It wasn't there 4 of them. I mean, after 2, it was like, okay.
Don't get me wrong. I love Godfather.
So do I.
But you cannot turn around and say these movies should not be made.
This is true.
People want to be entertained. And the way the world is, and the worse it gets, people will be more entertained.
Mm-hmm.
If I can sit down and buy a ticket and sit down for 2 hours and be happy, or even sad, or mystified, or to say, "Oh my God," because I can either stay at home or I can go in the theater and watch it. And there's still an attraction for me to go to the theater and watch movies. There's still that attraction for me to do it, and as long as it's there, I'll do it. But you cannot say that these movies are not good. You cannot say these movies aren't feasible. They're $1 billion.
Look up Black Panther for me.
I'd be happy to. Let's take a look at that.
Because
until Black Panther Part 2, Captain Marvel was the biggest solo female lead movie of all time.
Well, she did win the Academy Award too.
Apparently, that's not enough because she wants diversity in her crew. So that means you're telling me you just want to get rid of? Oh, she wants to get rid of all the white people. No. Hold on 1 second. Hang on.
The first Black Panther people, that movie, I think in Africa alone, people were watching Black Panther 6 and 7 times over.
They weren't leaving the theater.
Right. You have dictators watching this movie.
Oh, you ready?
Place in Africa.
Here we go. Budget $200 million. Opening weekend, $202 million. It paid for itself the first 3 days.
Wow.
Gross U.S. gross, $700 million. This is what they call trying to cut history out of stuff, so they don't show you that how history was and so forth. So they get rid of it so you don't think and feel sad. You don't have to feel sad. Just learn from it. And these people don't want to talk to their kids. They try to do it for them. Worldwide gross, $1.3 billion. Let's go to part 2, shall we? Hold on, bro. Here we go.
I didn't know 2. And I was for the longest time. I was against 2. I thought it was a mistake.
Yep. Okay. 250 million budget, 181 opening weekend, 453 gross US.
Still paid for itself.
859 gross worldwide.
That's not bad. But think if Chadwick was still alive.
Where would the movie have gone?
Oh, that is so the coronavirus took so much away from this world. It really did. And the possibilities that could have been, because they were already set to go, and then boom, this hit, because he was ready.
Because there's, hey man, it could have been like Shazam, like that. Just that simple.
Okay, look up Shazam for me, the second one.
Oh my God, we watched it the other night. I saw that guy in there. I could not stop laughing.
I told you.
I could not stop laughing. I was like, what? I go, that's the real one.
I told you.
I could not stop laughing.
I told you. I said, you going to see him in that red.
That same shirt.
That same shirt with the same hairdo.
You know what he remind me of? He reminded me of Crisis, when they flipped to a certain Earth and you saw Burt Ward. Like,
yeah.
Holy, I go, whoa, that's a big Burt Ward.
Yeah, that's Burt Ward. You're right. But oh my God, man. I was like, you should have seen me in the movie theater. I said, is that the original? I said, that motherfucker didn't even change it. I'm sorry. I said he didn't even change his hairdo. He didn't
change his shirt.
He didn't change his shirt.
He called him Captain Marvel. Called him Captain Marvel.
And then when he looked like he trying to run, but he walking.
First Shazam, 100 million budget. Opening weekend, 53 million. Gross US, 140. Gross worldwide, 367 million. So that was that one. The second one, hang on. 125 budget, 30 opening weekend, 57 gross US, 133 worldwide. So it barely covered.
Yeah, it barely covered the expenses. Marvel does better. Okay, hold on. One more. Ant-Man Wasp: Quantumania.
Oh God, why you want to go that route, bro?
I'm just curious.
I'm quite sure you are.
Mm-hmm.
Quite sure you are. Budget 200 million. Opening weekend 106. Gross US 214. Worldwide 476 million.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It still was $10 million short of expectations.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And
But like you said, Marvel movies are now, they expect a lot more money out of them.
Yeah, they expect $800-900 million, or I think if Marvel doesn't get to $1 billion, they think the movie failed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because you're looking at Captain America: Civil War, then you're looking at Infinity War, then you're looking at Endgame. Oh my God!
I want to show you. Do I have a picture of her? I don't think I have a picture of her. Let me see if I can find one real quick. Real quick before we go, because we're running out of time. Running out of time. The Fantastic Four. I guess I can take off spoilers now. I'll take that off. All right, let's just put on some news.
Oh, by the way, I think you're right. I think they're going to fire Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think he's done.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know what they're going to do in the place, but news time.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get rid of him because they're bleeding money off of certain things that they wanted him to be a part of.
Yep. Pretty much so. Okay. Hang on, I'm almost there. I'll try to get one picture. So the Fantastic Four, they're trying to get the folks to sign off on it. That's so who is doing what and who's been hired and so forth. Hang on.
I don't know why they're doing it. They still have a writer's strike.
Yes, they do have a writer's strike, but it doesn't stop you from doing all the other stuff.
Yeah, let me tell you, this is when the writer's strike is going to end, people. When these stars start losing, they don't have no work and have no money.
And then stars, it's the
when they don't have anything early in the bucket to make them money, and then they're gonna go, and then that's when it's going to end, because look at the late night shows. They don't have any writers. Soon they're going to have to sit there and go, okay, I guess we're going to have to do something, because people are not getting paid in these shows. People losing money. They're thinking that they're going to sit there and outlast these writers. And I'm sorry, I don't think it's going to happen. I think if the writers stay strong, they're gonna be bleeding money out, because it's affecting people's staff. The writers take care of the stars, the producers, the directors. Writers get it done. They the ones who do all the script. All these hit shows are because of writers, and they can walk down the street and not be recognized by nobody.
This young lady here, let me show you if I can get this. Oh man, please forgive me, guys, because I'm really trying to do this right. This young lady. Nope. Crap.
We're gonna have to do it on the next show, Chief, because we're out of time.
Yeah, I was going to try to do a next show, but Vanessa Kirby, if you guys get a chance, look her up. She's right now is a leading candidate for Miss Susan Storm for the Fantastic Four.
They should have got Margot Robbie, but
Margot might have been not willing to commit to the because it's not just you don't just do one movie. You have the press tour, you have the other tour, you have this tour.
Mm-hmm.
Go here, you got to go there. Matter of fact, the first thing they're gonna have to do is go down to San Diego for the Comic-Con there on the Disney platform. That's the first thing they're gonna have to do. So there's a lot of that promotional stuff that you have to do, and she may not want to commit to that.
Well,
Adam Driver's still in the league for talking. The Bob Deeks still in the league for the thing, and the guy that's Johnny Storm, I can't remember his name.
Any news on the writer strike?
Still going on. Nothing. No one's budging. Everything's the same. And remember, a lot of these stars are also writers. So if they're part of the WGA, they can't do anything either.
Nope.
That's why some of them may be walking off shows because they're part of the WGA.
Yep, because they can't do it. That's why Saturday Night Live is still on hiatus.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the stars do their own stuff, so they can't.
Yep.
They can't.
Everybody who's in that show is a writer.
Is a writer. So now they can't. Reruns after reruns. I mean, they would have went. Trump is lucky Saturday Night Live ain't functioning, because they would be.
They would be eating him alive.
They'd be eating him alive.
Now apparently.
I want to wish everybody in the United States happy Father's Day. All you fathers are very important to this world. Well, except for Ted Cruz, Ron DeSantis,
sold out his kids. Yeah.
Oh,
it was my kids' fault.
So they really ain't, but everybody else is. So happy Father's Day to all y'all. Y'all are awesome. All right.
Thank you. We want to say happy Father's Day, everybody. We want to also thank everyone who showed up to watch. Please go back, like, subscribe, and share with everybody, because we want to keep this channel going. By all means, say hey to my sister who is working her tail off because Deadpool needs to pay for her stuff. So I want to wish her good success in doing what she's doing. She'll be back once she can, and so will Spider Lady if I can get her before she goes to school. Everybody else, thank you. 1 second. Hang on 1 second. I promised one person to give me his opinion on the movie really fast. So we'll get his real quick. Also want to thank my missus for throwing a great party for my daughter on her graduation.
Yes, it was
this gentleman here. He is Yeah, he's pretty decent.
nephew Julian.
He
Can't hear you, Drew.
So he's gonna tell us the movie is, and what you think of the movie?
Yeah, it was pretty good.